What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to TGIF. In this episode, I'm going to continue the long, suppressed weapon damage challenge. And this time, you're going to get to see a Failtage, so enjoy that. Alright, right into a continuation clip. Let's get on with it. So here, I am restoring my shield, and I'm about to go after this guy in order to get the suppressed weapon damage challenge progressed even further. So, the real reason why I'm trying to go after this guy as aggressively as I am is to try and fast-track the completion of this mission, because, let's face it, whenever you're in a mission this long, sometimes you just want to get it done, if you catch my drift. Like, I don't know what they could have done differently here, but sometimes these missions just feel like they drag on forever. So, yeah. That's really the long and short of it. The missions, they just seem to drag on, but I don't know what you could do differently. Like, Wild Weeks, they're supposed to be missions for the week, and I'm not entirely sure, exactly, how you would, manage to, manage a week-long thing without doing challenges this long. That's probably something for you and the Fortnite community to decide. So yeah, it's really I'm probably the last person qualified to give you guys advice. So take it up with the Fortnite community, get them to vote on something, and we'll see how that goes. Because at this point, I don't know what could have been done differently. I just don't. Alrighty, and now we have a shorter round, so elimination is pretty well right around the corner, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's see what happens, shall we? Alright. And called it. There we go. Okay. So, that's pretty well everything to see here. Let's move on to the next round. Alrighty, this one is only slightly longer. By almost a minute. It likes about 3 seconds, being a minute longer, but who cares? Anyway, you know what I'm going for. It's pretty obvious by now. Let's just get into it, shall we? So, the main thing about this is, I always choose the most popular areas because then there's more of a chance for you to be able to complete the challenge really quickly, or just get eliminated trying, and then swiftly move on to the next round where you can try again. It's really the charm of doing this during the sneak week, which is exactly what this happens to be. So, now armed with only a suppressed pistol, guess how this is going to go. Alright, not bad so far, but, keep watching. If, well, you know what? Maybe I just, save here. Who knows? Alright, next clip. And, of course, for every success that lasts, either a minute or more, there's also a failure that lasts 34 seconds. This is one of them. So, let's see what goes wrong here, shall we? I take out a suppressed SMG, but I hardly hit a shot with it. I don't know what was going on there, but... Alrighty. This time, we have a clip that is 2 minutes and 45 seconds, the longest so far. And it's going to continue to yo-yo just a little bit like this for a while. However, the next one is not going to be 34 seconds long. The next one is going to be 2 minutes and 31 seconds. So now we just get this taken care of, and we're going to bust through this wall and make our way to the rest of the area. Bony burbs. So here I'm basically destroying the crops so as to get a hiding enemy out of hiding. Because I know how enemies are sometimes. They like to catch you unawares. I certainly do. So, being somebody who enjoys employing ambush strategies, I am one of the least likely to be caught off guard by my own strategy, because I know it inside and out. So, in the off chance that I am caught by such strategies, then I would chalk it down to either sloppiness or the opponent's ingenuity. Either or. So, let's just say that it's really down to skill how easily somebody ambushes me. Because outside of being more skilled than me, there is absolutely a 0% chance that an opponent will actually sneak up on me. And if they do, one piece of advice: do not use a shotgun from long range. Especially not a shotgun with a large spread, and on top of that, when your opponent is partially or even fully obscured by a structure. So, yeah, it's that will generally make it to where I laugh at you. Although in the circumstances where the spread is not so much, then the strategy is not so dumb. Take for instance the new heavy shotgun. That thing is a beast from a surprising range. If you aim with the heavy shotgun, the beam will become so narrow because it makes it to where it deals 70 damage from a very, very, very long range. Like, it's almost as good as a frickin' assault rifle from that range. And that's saying something, because assault rifles is an assault rifle is built for that range. The shotgun isn't. The shotgun is built for close range, practically point-blank maneuvers. That's why when you aim... that's why when you try and attack an opponent with a tactical shotgun from long range, you hardly deal any damage. But when I fire it at an optimal range, I will typically excel at using the tactical shotgun. So, despite being longer, this did in fact end in my elimination. And now, it's time to break the record of the longest clip in the episode thus far, with this monster of a clip being 3 minutes and 40 seconds in length. Essentially, this thing is really, yeah. This clip is where I probably did my best. I probably got the most damage done, I probably hid a lot more and ambushed a lot more. I probably got a ton more done than I did in the previous clips. Maybe not combined, but still, maybe at least it'll have done the most out of all of them that I have shown so far. So, now then. Time to go on ahead and pop this guy with the suppressed pistol. Like so. If he had full health, then that would have easily equaled 100. But from what I saw, there was no shield, so it couldn't have possibly been that much over 100. Although then again, the window's kinda small, so I didn't really see much, but I think I can differentiate between white and blue. So, this is another thing about the challenge that I particularly like. You can do it with either a, you can either do it on opponents or on trespassers. Either or. So, that little situation where the where that saucer was had picked me up but wasn't moving with me at all before it dropped me down. I don't know whether the saucer got stuck or if it was an opponent that was trying to hold me helplessly in the air so that another opponent could eliminate me. But whatever it was, it didn't work because I managed to get out of this situation. So now I'm grabbing my next and greatest suppressed weapon, the suppressed SMG. I mean, sure, yes, if you get it, the suppressed assault rifle is better, but when it comes to having this weapon, yeah, that's pretty well the best. But now, speaking of getting the suppressed assault rifle, I just now got it. So, yeah. Now it's time to get back into the now it's time to get back into cover and probably save this clip pretty soon. As a matter of fact, right now. And now we drop back to less than 2 minute long rounds. This one in particular, 1 minute and 53 seconds. So, now, there's really not much to say here because what hasn't been already said about this challenge. It's long, it's the same. There are very few challenges that I complete along the side to mix it up. And I know it's monotonous for you, but, you know, Sneak Week was monotonous for me, so, yeah. Alright, so looks like the saucers stopped following me at this point. Good. I didn't want to deal with it that much longer anyway. Harvest metal. There we go. This is one of those few times where I don't even know what to say at this point. But it looks like I might actually be able to get this round saved without an elimination towards myself. Or maybe not. Looks like this Zig had a different plan for me. Oh well. Time to move on to the next round, I guess. Alrighty, this is the last round of the first path of the Spliced Failtage. Yeah, this thing is far too long to keep in a single part, but I'm going to be melding two parts into one, so you'll never see the difference. I mean, unless you're capable of seeing a very subtle change, but I don't think that the change will be obvious. I don't think the change would be obvious enough to really warrant any suspicion. I mean, unless despite me telling you this, it's not really that obvious at all that that a change is even occurring. So, and there's that done. The one time that I didn't get suppressed weapon damage done. So there we go. Alrighty, time for the next round. And once again, landing at Bony Burbs. So, essentially what's going on here is we're going to be doing the damage opponents with suppressed weapons again. And the reason I pulled it up this time is because last time I didn't get the challenge to deal suppressed weapon damage to an opponent because I didn't have a suppressed weapon. You see? There's the difference. It was a general damage challenge where that was concerned. And of course you know how I feel about the hand cannon, so I just gave it a swift, polite dropping. And I know it has fans, and those fans are probably outraged with me right now, but honestly speaking, I really couldn't care less, because it's not going to change how I feel about the hand cannon. The hand cannon is just hot garbage, and you cannot change my mind. Especially when I can't figure it out and others can. That just frustrates me even more. So don't try and prove to me how good it is with a demonstration, because you're only going to end up making me mad and never want to use it. So you can just give that up right now. Alright, where the hand cannon is concerned, I believe I'm done digging my own grave. So let's go on ahead and go on to the next round, shall we? This one lasts about 1 minute and 59 seconds, and it's a general damage challenge again. Yeah. It's to the point where I don't even get a suppressed weapon to deal any damage with the suppressed weapon, so therefore it makes it last just that little bit longer, but it gives it a nice little spice. You know, just a kind of a fajita spice, you know, not a habanero pepper spice. There's it's a little bit of a difference there. So let's go on ahead and I might not even call it a fajita spice, because honestly speaking, it's just a little bit less intense than fajita. Probably take the mildest thing you know of, maybe some mild rotel, and that would be the type of spice that we're dealing with here. Of course, then again, I don't really know how intense the spice is for fajita, so yeah, it's I don't really know. I don't really know for sure if I'm getting that right or not. But like I said before, I don't get any suppressed weapons, so this this is where I die, because I try and use the pump shotgun at first, and then after the point of no return, I swap it up to the assault rifle. Alrighty, so this time we have got a round that is about 2.5 minutes long, and we've pretty well got a different challenge, at least, I think. So this one I have registered as search chests. So either I don't get the suppressed weapon damage challenge done, or I was just trying to mix it up in my notes so that I could do so in the outro of my last episode as well. So there we go. Now going into here and moving on. Armed with a pulse rifle, no less. These are typically they're okay. Like when you don't aim with them, their firing rate is much greater. But if you do aim with them, they seem to be more powerful. So it's kind of a choose your mode of attack, if that makes sense, basically. I've heard recently that they've come out with a pulse rifle that lays down a ton of laser bolts in just a few minutes. Like, it was insanely fast when it first came out. And then at some point it got nerfed, which doesn't surprise me, because they always demand that they nerf the weapons. And then it got vaulted at the end of Chapter 4, Season 2. So that's nice. Now, let's go on ahead and focus more on the round at hand here, and see what's going on. So, this is what I'm talking about when I say when you don't aim, it's faster. And there I just hit the report button by accident. Alrighty, now we're on to the next round, which I believe is about 1 minute and 18 seconds. So here, I'm going back to Bony Burbs to, you guessed it, damage opponents with suppressed weapons. Except this time, I actually get some progress on it. So yeah, that's really the difference between this and the last two rounds. So, while you could argue that yes, I did put those quests in there to spice things up a little bit, but at the same time, I also did it just to make sure that I caught every challenge that I did, every quest, that is. So there we go. Now, I am being challenged by somebody else while fresh off of my victory against somebody else, and then, right from behind, I get taken out just after my second fresh victory. And now we have the longest and last round of the entire episode. So, yeah. There we go. I'm just basically heading over to this tower here, and we basically slip right through here and get that taken care of. So I've got myself a pump shotgun, so this can only go great, huh? Well, there we go. Now I can replace a regular SMG with a suppressed SMG, which is decent in its own right, because it has a firing rate of, I believe, either 7 or 9. But really and truly, the thing about the suppressed SMG is it's probably the second best out of all of the suppressed weapons that I can use. The first, of course, being the suppressed assault rifle. The suppressed sniper rifle and suppressed pistol, on the other hand, are very, very hard to rank, because I have gotten eliminations with both, and yeah, it's kind of they both have their own issues, is what I'm trying to say. The suppressed pistol is not an automatic weapon, and if your finger gets tired of continuously pushing the button, then more often than not you're going to be taken out while you're trying to use the automatic pistol. Whereas with an automatic suppressed weapon, you can just hold the button down and use up less energy doing that, and you can accomplish more eliminations, in my opinion, with that than you can with the pistol, which I've just described to you what the downsides of using that is. But the sniper rifle, on the other hand, has its own problem. That is to say, it has only a single bullet magazine. If you miss, or hit anywhere other than the head, then you have a chance of being taken out by the opponent while you're trying to reload, if that's the only weapon you have. And sometimes I'm too stupid to switch to a different weapon anyway, so for those reasons, yeah, the suppressed sniper rifle is one of the worst alongside the suppressed pistol. Like I said before, I don't know which is actually worst, because they both have their different issues. And honestly speaking, the fact that it's not automatic may not be the issue that causes my elimination in the first place. It may actually be damage output. But I digress. I just took down that opponent and snagged myself a suppressed assault rifle. And that is going to help me out big time, because from mid-range, this thing is awesome. Like, the suppressed SMG has a bit of a damage drop-off range that is further away than the assault rifles. And it's for that reason that the SMG is not as great as the assault rifle. And there's the aforementioned sniper rifle, and one of my favorite items in all of Chapter 2, Season 7, the Gravitron. Mainly the reason for that is I have had so much fun using the Gravitron. It's like using the Force. Like, you can just manipulate anything that you want, well, any item that you want, rather, and just make it float around, and you can even attack opponents with the the Gravitron. But it's not particularly graceful, if that makes sense. Like, it's powerful, but you need to note one thing. If it ever does come back to Fortnite, it's not particularly suited to be an assault weapon. Like, if you were to pick up a car, say, and throw it against a wooden structure, maybe that would be a good plan to use the Gravitron for. However, if you're going to just chuck a rock at somebody's head, there are many ways that that could backfire on you. Especially seeing as how, while you're picking up the rock in the first place, you are completely unguarded, and the opponent can use that against you. So, that's one of the downsides of the Gravitron. But one of the main reasons why the Gravitron was my favorite item in Chapter 2, Season 7 was because of all of the cool little transport hacks that we could achieve with it. And it's really really cool that you can just catapult your friend that far while they're either on a table or chair or barrel. It's awesome. It's it's basically the situation where you can just send them closer to the eye, or if you're mischievous enough, or if they were getting on your nerves enough, you could just send them on a one-way trip through the deeper into the storm, and they get eliminated that way. But you know what? It's really just really cool that that such an object existed at the time, and it's really a shame that they didn't let you have it in creative as well. Although to give somebody something like that, there could be a lot of annoying issues with that. So I have mixed feelings about it. Like, it's sad that they didn't put it in there, and at the same time, it's relieving, you know? It's kind of a bittersweet end to the Gravitron's legacy, if that makes sense. And that appears to be all the time I had for today. Join me in the next episode when I deal suppressed weapon damage, hit weak points, use medkits, search chests, and that's about it. So, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then, adios, amigos.